Okay.
Welcome everyone into Championship Sunday here for the Spate Championship Series, Split 2, Regional Number 2. I am your host for the night, Somber, and along with me to kick off our fantastic night ahead of us, we got our ever lovely desk. Starting off with the multi-title caster and a wellspring of ball knowledge, we got Ari. Ari, how you doing tonight?
Oh, me? Okay. I wasn't expecting that compliment to go towards me. I mean, I know I got some goated predictions, but okay, we'll get there in a second.
Next up, we got Mel, the young gun on the broadcast, always bringing up that they will never be wrong, even though they dodge some predictions here and there just to strategize and make sure that they keep that perfect record. Mel, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty fine tonight, and I don't know what you're talking about. Some dodge. Put some respect on my name. I still got a perfect record. It don't matter how you do it. It matters that you do it. Okay, that is my perfect record. I'm doing just fine. Thank you.
It's perfect with an asterisk next to it, but we'll address that later. And last but certainly not least, it's our resident casting veteran and fellow Spate caster. We got Beaver. Beaver, how are you doing, big dog?
Doing great. Excited to, of course, see another conclusion here to the Spade Championship Series. Mel is 100%, but only picking like minus 800 favorites. So it's easy to go undefeated with that. But I'm excited to get some action here and keep going. I got to talk to you about Somber. You missed the memo, buddy. We had hats all on the desk. You're the only one who missed out.
Man, I saw it in the video ninja and I was like, yeah, there's a trend here, but I just decided I got to be different as the host, but we'll get him the next time. We'll coordinate a little bit better before the next broadcast. Let's quickly go over what we saw last night through group stage in round 1 of playoffs to get our top 8 that we'll be seeing here tonight play. We had Silly Billy's No Idea, Pirates on a Bot, and Pips making it through as the 1 seed in their respective groups, going 3-0 throughout the runs of things. We saw newcomers Gatos Frios take down a consistent contender, Little Birds, in our first match of the night in a convincing 4-game series. Following that, we had our first look at the new Spate roster going head-to-head with the SCS Goliath that is Silly Billy's, where they had to sweat a bit, but they did come out with a Game 5 win with their full roster of Bora, Darklight, and T-Crow. So that's going to be an interesting storyline to take a look at further into the bracket if we end up getting that. Then to end off our coverage of groups, we saw an absolute offensive juggernaut in Goobers sweep a consistent top 8 team in Pause Up, dropping that Pause Up squad into some unfavorable seeding in the first round of playoffs where they did have to face Spate, ended up losing that, and they miss out on the top 8 for the first time in SCS. And to end off the night on the broadcast, we saw Empty Space deny the reverse sweep against Gatos Frios, setting themselves up for yet another top 8 appearance, making it back into that illustrious top 8 bracket. With that rounding out the night, we also had Little Birds beating Yapper Wapper in 4, Goobers beating Lotus 8 and 5, and of course, Spate beating Pause Up in 4 to solidify our top 8 here tonight. Now, Ari, through all of that, I feel like this Goober squad making their way through some adversity and now into a top 8 appearance, cracking the top 12 in points, needing to make up a lot of ground to make a major push. It's a very interesting thing to keep an eye on. What's going to be needed from them to possibly continue this underdog run?
Ooh, well, I mean, Pips and Goobers, right? Two of those names where you're not like, okay, these guys are the favorites to win it all. but they still have something to prove. And I think that taking the first matchup today, going off against each other, that kind of very similar storyline, is going to put them as, okay, we are the top Cinderella run, if you will. So we've got the best chance at pulling the upsets, and, everyone loves a good underdog. So hopefully we can see them play their best today, because they're certainly going to need to.
Yeah, definitely need to be on your A game for Championship Sunday. And as we take a look at the whole bracket, I feel like these quarterfinals are probably the most tightly contested round of playoffs that we've seen in all of SCS, or at least in quite a bit here. There's still obviously some on paper favorites, but we've seen a lot of shakeup so far this week in terms of the gap between the top 8 and that kind of 9th through 16th spot closing in just a bit. Our matchups are as follows: Silly Billies versus Little Birds, Pips versus Goobers, which will be our first stream match, No Idea versus Spate, and Poab versus Empty Space. I'm going to go over to Mel. Do you feel like these matchups are going to be a lot more tightly contested for the most part, or are we just kind of waiting the semifinals to roll around where we see possibly some big upsets?
I don't know. I think all these quarterfinal matches are going to be good. I mean, the one that I'm looking at, of course, is the Parrots in a Bot versus Empty Space one. That's the one that I personally wanted to have on mainstream. That is going to be one crazy match, and really, my personal opinion is whoever comes out on the bottom of that may just go on to the grand final, because my word, what Gear and Crave are able to do on the same team on Empty Space and Parrots in a Bot, they have been the juggernaut that we have all been expecting. Of course, they got knocked out early last regional, but this early start into the top 8 it's going to be good for them, so it should be a good match down there. Spain, No Idea, two teams that I guess have met fairly frequently as well. The former teammate Scythe and Pigeon on the opposite side gonna meet for like the 6th time this season or something. It's actually ridiculous, and it should be a really relatively close match. Space should be the heavy favorites, but No Idea to pull out an upset there would be monumental.
Yeah, it would definitely be monumental to have an upset, even though there is the whole thing of a lower seed for Spate going into it. I feel like that still is an upset just looking at the two rosters. And then I also want to touch on real quick, like you said, that Pirates on a Bot squad maybe not hitting a lot of people's expectations here. They have been steadily climbing up that ladder. The Silly Billies has still remained on top with a large lead advantage, especially after taking 2 regionals off. They're still, I believe, 13 points above second place. So you need to knock them out here and win the major if you're the second place squad to tie them in points. I want to go over to Beaver and just taking a look. We've seen now 3 teams in Pirates on a Bot, Spate, and Pips all take this Silly Billy squad to a last game in the series. Winner goes on, loser goes home. Is that gap now starting to kind of close in on Silly Billies as they get some more familiarity against that team and they start to kind of figure them out a little bit?
I think it definitely could, and you talk about as well. That Silly Billy squad at times has had a revolving door of players. They've had to have subs jump in on multiple occasions. This Pips roster, we did see their 3rd switch out, and this Pirates on a Bot roster, which was already pretty strong, has a switch in the 3rd as well, as they add Buffy, that squad of previous RLCSG Buffo, who is perennial top 16s when they're in last RLCS. So, Silly Billies, yes, they got the chemistry. Yes, they have, players, of course, like T. Corel and Darklight that we've just been, I guess me, have been raving about the whole Spate Championship series. But, these teams, maybe they saw a hole, maybe it was scheduling, maybe it was something else, but they made improvements to their rosters that made them better. And I think that's going to, as they get more cohesion, it's just going to get them closer and closer to that Silly Billy squad. Again, not discounting everything else, but if we're asking about my predictions or what I would love to see, gosh, I hope we see that Silly Billies and Pirates on a Bot there on opposite sides of the bracket. Finally, we would be forced into a grand final for those 2 squads, which would be an amazing one to see, but it's not an easy road for either of them. And, for Silly Billies, we have at times seen signs of weakness from them as well. Maybe they aren't taking it as serious as they could. So, could be on upsets watch. I know Feisty Taquitos cheering in the background for Little Birds. They could maybe do it, but I'm really hoping to see that Silly Billies and Pirates later. And that would really answer the question, have those teams close the gap?
Yeah, it just seems to be that they're taking kind of the EU method that they had off during the offseason for Vitality. You had that top dog team, and you go out and during these breaks, you get that one player that you think is that missing piece just to contend with them. And it's nice to see that the competition is evolving up to them, especially at such a pivotal point. We got this and the next regional, and then that is it for points. So you're gonna need to close that gap quickly to go ahead and try to make something big happen for the championship. But let's key in a little bit now on our first match and take a look at these first two rosters on broadcast. It is going to be between Goobers and Pips. Pips having been a consistent grand finalist, and they consistently make it to the semifinals. They just can't seem to get over that hump that is whoever they end up facing in that last matchup of the night. But they do find their way back into a grand finals appearance, lost in 6 to now Spate last week. But adding Swaz and Skippy to this team has definitely improved that roster. Ari, do you feel like maybe coming from the last regional, it was just needing a little bit more time of this roster to gel together and find out that chemistry a little bit more? Or is it really just that they need something additional to their game to get them into that solid top 2 conversation?
I think that with this Pips team, I mean, they really excel in game. The consistency is a little bit iffy here and there, and maybe that's something to work on. But I think a lot of their struggles are actually going to come out of game, whether that is the comms issues that we saw here and there, or maybe just looking up your opponents, watching them play and see how they did against the opponents, what worked against them, and trying to replicate that. Of course, don't deviate from your own play style. But I think it's more out of game than it is in. Once you can execute like we know they certainly can, I think you're going to see them coming out on top.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like just give them a little bit more time, fix those comms issues that you touched on, and just get the behind the scene things on the same kind of trajectory as your on the field play, and the sky's the limit for that team. But we do have another side in Goobers. Last night we did see some pretty flawless Rocket League out of them. Purge went absolutely insane. They got into the top 8, almost got reverse swept, but we saw the ice. We know that they can get things done. They have great offense. They have the defense to match it. They manage their resources well when they get pressured. Their rotations looked pristine. But as we all know, that can all change when it comes at a different pace. And boy, do these Pips players love to play with their pedal to the metal. Mel, having seen this Goober squad last night, how do you feel about them being able to adapt their playstyle to pace, or will we see kind of some struggles there early on to make those adjustments at a faster tempo?
It's going to be really hard to do much of anything against a much more mechanical side. And today the roster for Pips consists of Skippy, Resinal, and Swaz. That is a really fast, really mechanical roster that will outpace anybody, that will outplay anybody, will slow the pace of gameplay down, make you feel uncomfortable. If they feel like what their own game is not working, they will change their game completely and catch you off and have to make you adjust to something completely different. No matter what any team does, I feel like it's going to be really hard for any team to get the upper hand on this Pips roster, but it really is possible because it's just like you said, this Goober side is a really, really fast side. So we'll have to see, but I think the inexperience from some of the players on Goobers, excluding Okbom, may potentially be the demise of that roster should they not adapt quickly in a very brutal format of against a team that will punish you on every single mistake that you make.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to play to the same pace that Pips likes to play at, and it's going to be definitely their first of many challenges if they want to keep that run going for Goobers. And now knowing that Skippy is going to be part of this, Beaver, how much extra difficulty does that throw into the game plan for Goobers when you have a demo demon, someone that just likes to boost starve you and bump you along that back line in Skippy?
It's tough. I mean, Skippy is one of my personal favorite players, maybe of all time. obviously coming up through the scene. Obviously, he was in that Young Whippersnappers org that I was a part of. He was in Spade Esports, so maybe a little bit of bias. But Skippy is he's everywhere all at once. He's from one end of the pitch and at the other end, he's like, wait, how you were just over? We playing Rumble? Do you have teleport? Like, how did you get over there that fast? But he's able just to control, and he's able to do so many different mechanical things and just makes it look so simple. I got to take him down a little bit. As I said it the last time, there is a time where he does play a little bit of hero ball, where he tries to do it all himself. He needs to rely around the teammates a little bit. But with Fast and Swaz, if they can keep him down, and he's so young too. I mean, you think he's 14 or 15, I think as well. And obviously, that's the ripe age group now, I guess, for Rocket League, as you're at your peak mechanical skill. But he just keeps getting better and better and better. He could be a starter on, I'll be honest, he could be a starter on any one of these rosters, but finds himself obviously as a late entry into this Pip squad. So I think it makes the team better, to be frank, if he's on that. And they're a danger squad, especially for a newcomer, at least into the Spate Championship Series in Goobers. They've had the Cinderella run so far, and you're going to have to come up with something big again to get past 3-3 today.
Yeah, 100%. Gonna have to come up with something absolutely massive. But it looks like we are starting to get closer to kickoff. And with that being said, we're going to make predictions quick. And I'm going to put Mel on the spot because he wants to say that he's always right. And we're going to stake his reputation on this one. Mel, for the desk, prediction for this and in how many games? Your mic's muted, by the way, bud.
It's probably on purpose.
Okay.
It's probably on purpose. He was like, "Oh, technical issue. You can't hear it."
Yeah, now you can't hear my prediction now.
Wow. Okay. No, I mean, for me, it really matters that I get the team right, not the games, because the games can really flip. But honestly, yeah, I'm going to go with Pips, and I'm going to go in 4 games. That is what my head is saying. My heart wants Goobers to win the series. Like, I really want them to win the series, and I hope something happens, of which they do, but I don't see it happening. Unfortunately, I say that nasty smirk on Summer's face right now. He's clipping this moment.
It's already been clipped. Don't worry about it.
Okay, watch me be right.
Somber D1 hater over here.
Right?
He's
It's
clipping,
crazy.
just waiting.
It's just because he called me out last.
Camera.
He called me out last time because I vote with my heart. My heart wants players to win. I want the content. He called me out for it, so now he's getting called out. But Mel has spoken for the desk. We got Pips as our pick here. Let's go ahead and get it over to the booth in a Feisty Taquito and Aaron to take us to the pitch.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome in. As you can see, I'm wearing 2 hats because Somber couldn't wear one, so I got him backed up on that one. And also, we would like to let the desk know that Skippy wants to tell Beaver how much he loves him. But besides that, Aaron, what is going on? Welcome in. And he's muted. He's muted. He's muted.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. That was a lie. No, but I'm excited for this matchup. I mean, it's a really exciting matchup. We got some 2 teams facing each other, and well, I mean, of course, that's gonna happen at every matchup today. But this one in particular, I think it's gonna be very close. But what are your predictions? I'm gonna throw you right under the bus.
What? You want to throw me under the bus?
Yeah, I want to do it.
Man. All right, we got a best of 7 here, man. Best of 7 as we hit the pitch, 5 minutes on the clock. I am going to say that I think this will be game number 6. This will go to 6 games total, and I believe that the Pips will be the winners of this. But I do 100% think the Goobers can put the test to this very staunch and stout squad.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would like to see that, but my heart just keeps telling me that this is gonna be a very one-sided game. I think it will be a 1-4 for Pips here. But let's see what the teams can do, because it's a really brave move for me to go for a 1-4. But I mean, my heart tells me you gotta listen to your heart, guys, not your brain.
Absolutely, I agree. Good touch here from Resinal. Op bomb up and in the way. Skippy is shooting,
wow.
but Purge. Oh my, we couldn't even see him down there. Purge playing off the back wall, playing that defense. Tiz as well, trying to find a touch here. Low boost, so this is going to be real awkward, but that's a good defensive play. However, Skippy is going to make it tough, but look at this, man. The Goobers are able to at least move it to the orange to kind of dissipate some of that offense, but unfortunately, it's not long enough. And did you just see that pinch? That ground pinch? Let's hit the replay one more time.
Oh my, what a shot there from Skippy there. Ground pinch, and it just went up and bowed down in the right top corner. And wow, what a goal from Skippy there. That's a contender for goal of the tournament here, if you ask me. Beautiful goal there.
Goal of the tournament, and we just started off a nice little ground pitch. Okay. All right, Aaron, I got you. Good read right there from Bomb. Almost finds it. Purge as well, looking for a chance. That gets denied. What do we think is so far, man? We're only a minute and a half in. And do you think that the Goobers, do you think they're ready for an offense like this of the Pips, or do you think that they may need a game or two to warm up?
I think they, I mean, if they can even compete against this Pips offense, I think it would definitely take 1 or 2 games there, because, I mean, they are starting off rapidly. I mean, already that 1 goal, and that 1 goal was beautiful. Already trying to look for the second there, double tap. Not it there. A shot attempt there from Purge, but saved by Skippy. Resonoi here in the middle. He's going to pass to Swaz. Swaz taking the ball over up bomb, but Purge taking it right back into the counter attack.
It's a lot of possession we're unfortunately not seeing on the side of Goobers, and I got a feel for them because it's a lot of like catch and release on this side of the squad. Like they've got to get rid of the ball quickly because the way the Pips approach is it's deadly. You know, the moment they're in your half, like chances are they're gonna pelt your net until they score. They're gonna knock on the door till they let you in. And unfortunately, they've already let them in 1 time, but they've done really, really well to stop them from that second one.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think Goobers, what they can only hope for is some good counterattacks against this Pip side, because this Pip side are not gonna let in some normal attacks here. I think the counterattacks is what they're gonna hope for, but they might need a game to warm up. They can be a completely other team in the next game, as far as we know. Let's see what they can do.
Agreed. Bomb, good possession here. Gets it to the back corner, so it's a 2v1 against Resinal, but Resinal, good touch. It's just a Tiz. Tiz had that opportunity. You saw the open net for a brief moment right there and could not line the shot. Bomb puts it high, and the crossbar denies right there. That's the best little sequence we've seen from the Goobers so far, unless Purge gets a touch. Back down to Tiz. The shot is there, but Swaz is there on defense.
What a save there, and that just shows the excellence of the Pips here. I mean, that was a beautiful attack from the Goobers, and just stopped like that from the Pip side there. Beautifully saved, but now the counterattack, Swaz in the corner there. Bit of brave to go in the corner again from Skippy there. But let's see, Resinal, but it's safe in the corner there. Let's see, Skippy now. Has a bit of time, goes up in the air. Let's see what I can do. Onto the ceiling. Ceiling pace double tap. No, but the follow-up from Swaz has taken it to the 2-0.
They finally get that second one, dude. That is absolutely crazy. It took them almost 2.5 minutes from their first goal to get that. Actually, I think it's 2.5 minutes on the dot to get that second goal. That tells you right there, Goobers did step it up, but off the kickoff, baby. Don't sleep on them. We got 60 whole seconds to figure out if these Goobers can put another one in.
Oh yeah, I mean, Goobers there off the kickoff there. A kickoff goal is what they deserve, and they got it there. 2-1, a consolation goal there. Some might call it, but let's see if they can make. Let's see if they can draw it right here. Tiz trying to make a start of it though. A flip reset doesn't do anything with it though. Swaz to Skippy onto the corner. Can't read it. Whoa, a miss. That's a huge miss there. And well, taking full advantage of that big mistake there. Who was it? Was it Opbomb who missed that? Oh wow, a miss. Oh, it was a backflip actually. That's quite unlucky there. But Swaz, he's lucky to take that one, is he?
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, it is a fortunate situation, and it's tough too, because you could tell Opbomb unfortunately wasn't in the best of positions. Twiz, though, almost finds one off the crossbar. Opbomb trying to redeem themselves from that mistake. They almost do so, but couldn't get there in time. Good bumps on the back line. Leaves it open for a second. Oh, but it's unfortunate because Purge wasn't able to get there in time. Back to the blue we go, less than 30 seconds. Just finding one more, I think, would be the most important thing for the Goobers here.
Oh yeah, those seconds are clocking off, and that was a good attempt from Tiz there, but unfortunately not went his way. Let's see what Perch can do here in the middle there, but it's gonna be Skippy missing the ball there. All bump in that corner. Couldn't do anything there. Resinal now. And the seconds are ticking off, and well, I think this game has been done and dusted, is it?
Yeah, unfortunately it is. That will be game number 1. Once the ball hits, it's on the ground, ladies and gentlemen. That is a win by a 2-goal scoreline over 2 pips. And it looked good, honestly. From me to you, Aaron, it looked pretty good on the side of Goobers. They did get started a little late, but they were there.
Well, they were definitely there, but the mistakes they have been making have just been crucial there for that loss here. I mean, a 3-1 loss is not much goals, but still a 2-goal deficit that they needed to come back from. They didn't succeed, so the first game goes to Pips here. Let's see what game 2 in Forbidden Temple brings us, Feisty.
I mean, honestly, it's going to look pretty good, in my opinion. I think seeing that late start for the Goobers is going to bode well for us going into game number 2. They couldn't get that second goal, and that's what we're going to look for now. Can they get the second one? Can they push their offense against the defense of the Pips? The Pips are very, very good at maintaining that possession. They're maintaining that possession on transition from their back line. But if we can see the Goobers test them just a little bit more, kind of the way they did in that last minute, I think that we might see a couple more goals to the side of blue this game.
Oh yeah, I think Goobers, if like you said, if they play like the last half of that last game there, they can definitely have a chance against this Pip side. But is it gonna be enough? We're gonna see that in this game. 420 nice. We're gonna see Swaz gonna shoot it there, and Tiz trying to get it out. I'll bomb in the corner there. Nothing much counter attack here for the Pips.
Oh, good bump. Oh, that was a good idea. Oh, unfortunately, Purge couldn't collect the ball in time. That was a almost amazing breakaway play. Op Bomb needs to get the tires on the ground and try and challenge here. Does so well enough to at least give Purge a moment, but it's a moment over to a player like Residal. That is going to be absolutely terrifying.
Oh yeah, that was going to be terrifying here, but Swaz here. Just gotten the first goal there for Pips, and well, it was just coming off all those attacks they were setting up. And then just that open net, a big rotation mistake for Goobers there, immediately taken advantage of. Pips 1-0, 3-minute 44 remain.
And it's not that bad in my opinion. I don't think they're too awful. That's a good little go. It's just 10 seconds. Ooh my, 10 seconds before that they scored the first game. So it's kind of the trend right now for the Pips. Now Goobers, if I were them, I would answer back as quickly as possible. That is what you want to see from the side of blue. That's a good beat in the middle, but it's right over to Resinal. Resinal, the player that you truly, I mean, all 3 players on this squad are terrifying, but Resinal's the last guy you want transitioning from defense because that man has crazy control.
Oh yeah, definitely. I can definitely see Resinal putting in the second goal here. But let's see what he can do on defense, and he's also good at that. Good block from him. Can he continue though? A pass in the middle, Swaz. A bit awkward for him, taking it to the corner though. What can he do from here? A bit awkward there. Tiz there, getting out a double commit there. Could be huge for Swaz there, but Swaz didn't take advantage of that one right there. Resinal, a bit awkward, takes a touch to the sidewall though. Resinal is gonna put it on the backboard. What can his teammates follow up? No, they cannot. Up bump, getting it out, and Swaz another attempt though. Urge counter attack onto the backboard. Skippy waiting for that ball, and good ball control there to take it almost over Tiz. Almost. Not quite.
And it's again, this squad, they kind of have these small flashes of brilliance, right? Where you do see the idea, you see the vision on their offensive approach, and it's hard to follow it all the way through. That's a good touch from Op Bomb here. A little bit of control. Oh my gosh, Skippy. What a challenge from overhead. Purge is up, almost dunks Resinal, but again, the touch from the back line is just too good. Swaz is going to bully the offense with that approach as he gets a lead blocker to clear the lane.
Oh yeah, beautiful pass from Skippy as well, but you can just see so much space. Pips has so much space to work on. Goobers keep giving them so much time, and well, that is their downfall today. I mean, Goobers have to do something, and they're not doing that at the moment. They're getting bullied. I mean, it's just it's bullying. Oh my days! What a shot there off the crossbar there, Purger. But not. Oh wow! It's gonna go in on the other side, and that's quite unlucky if you ask me. But 3-0 for the Pips. I mean, I said 4-1, but this might as well be a 4-0 if you look at this.
That is a wide open goal line. I wonder why everyone was pulled up so far in that moment. I didn't exactly get a chance to watch the play. Oh, not again. Not again. Oh, no! You missed your only free chance. Oh, the Goobers got to be feeling that one. Oh, that's tough.
Oh yeah, that's definitely tough there, but they wanna. Oh my, what a shot there from Perch! But even more beautiful is the save from Skippy there. But there it is there to put it right back. Beautiful attempt at a pass because Resinal there has blocked it completely. Skippy popping it up for a teammate there. It's gonna be Swaz up, off the ground, up. Oh, it was going right top corner, but didn't there. Still on the attack, Resinal though. Flip reset, pre-jumped Swaz, and that was gonna be beautiful. Oh my, 2 players passing it with a pre-jump, but no, Feisty Taquito, is it Taquito?
Yeah,
it is. Taquito there. I was gonna say Taco, but then I read your name and it was a bit mind-boggling for me. But either way, 3-0.
It just means small taco. That's all taquito is, a small taco.
All right.
But
So
hey,
what's
what's not small is this goal lead, man. 4-0.
Oh, my. Goal fest.
4-0, the differential, game number 2. We thought, or excuse me, not we, I will take the blame here. I thought the Goobers could have a bit of momentum playing through the first game, and the way they played that second game, they were going to be able to at least pressure the Pips a little bit more. Whoa, Tiz! Where you been hiding that one all game?
Oh my, well, he wasn't hiding it. He just didn't get the chance to do it because, come on now, Pips aren't giving them time. They are just not giving them time, and whenever they get time, they just take full advantage of it. Just like this one. Tiz there, he's gonna own goal there. Not quite there, it's gonna be Skippy onto the corner. Resinal taking that shot off the crossbar, and, well, 5-0. Goal fest. Goobers are getting destroyed. Respectfully.
Respectfully. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Aaron. I think I saw your name on the Liquipedia. Are you Dutch?
Oh yeah, I'm Dutch.
All right. So, okay. Well, see, I was gonna make a Netherlands joke because personally, back in the day, I was a Robin van Persie fan. I like Robin van Persie. Of course, I remember the Flying
yeah.
Dutchman. You know,
Oh, yeah,
I remember the goal. I was gonna make a joke about that game, but they scored one, so I can't. But
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's what they're playing like, man. They're looking like prime Van Persie out here the way they're scoring these goals.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was kind of